Welcome to Growing Chatham, North Carolina Cooperative Extension Chatham County Center's June 2022 podcast. I'm Tiffany Hancock. To access the links to the videos, the stories, and the publications that are mentioned in today's podcast, just visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 622. Let's get started. We have a lot to cover. Our office will be closed June 20th, 2022 for the Juneteenth holiday. Now is the time to download the Visit North Carolina Farms app to your smartphone. Why? Because this is the peak season to buy fresh, locally grown food. Today we're going to meet local Chatham County farmer Jim Smith from Smithview Farm, located in Silk Hope.
This is Jim Smith with Smithview Farm. Our farm is located about halfway between Pittsburgh and Siler City in the Silk Hope community. And we've been raising grass-fed beef for about the last 8 years. Our motto is good soil equal good grass equal good beef. All of our herd is 100% Angus. Angus is known for their taste and for their tenderness. How we raise our cows: good clean water, minerals, and shade, and good forage. I mean, what else can you ask for? It's like having a salad bar for cows, and we believe very strongly in that. If you go on to smithviewfarm.com, and then there's a contact sheet that you can fill out, send it to us with your email address, your name, email address, and your phone number, and we will email you our current 2022 pricing and ordering information. And that pricing includes all the packaging costs at our local packing companies and delivery to your home. So basically, we're trying to take all the pain away from how end consumers can work with farmers and knowing that they'll have a very good, healthy product, good, clean product, with delivered to their doorstep at one price. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to us at smithviewfarm.com, or my cell phone number is 704-996-6197, and my email address is jlemsmith855@gmail.com. Find some really good grass-fed beef and pork and free-range chickens. It's all out there in our good Tar Heel state. Thank you so much.
You can find Smithview Farm on the Visit North Carolina Farms app, so download it today. You can find the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 622. Okay, let's move on to our 4-H section in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Parents, listen up. There's spaces still available for the Betsy Jeff Penn 4-H residential camp this summer. Camp registration is currently full for Chatham County 4-H Adventure Day camps, but spaces are still available for our fun-filled week of residential camp at BJP from July 24th through the 29th. Campers will take part in swimming, canoeing, environmental education programs, rope courses, archery, horseback riding, crafts, and much, much more. Doesn't that sound like a great time? Registration info is included in the Growing Chatham newsletter. You can find Ginger or Liz's contact information by clicking on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter if you should have any questions. So come on, parents, sign your kids up for 4-H summer camp at Betsy Jeff Penn. Registration is now open for the Dinah Gore 4-H Food Challenge. This is a contest that challenges a team of 3 to 4 4-H members to create a dish that will serve 3 people using predetermined ingredient, food category, and items from the pantry. Once the ingredient is revealed, the team will have 40 minutes to prepare the dish, clean up, and prepare their presentation for the judges. The team will make a presentation to the judges covering their dish, its health benefits, and the nutrients that the dish provides. You can click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter for more details about the Dinah Gore 4-H Healthy Food Challenge. If you should have a question, you can contact Ginger, Liz, or Tara. Their contact information can also be found in the Growing Chatham newsletter by clicking on the link. On April 29th and 30th, members of the Clover Creators 4-H Club from Chatham County attended the North Central District Teen Retreat. Each spring, district officers from each of our 5 districts help plan their district-wide 4-H event. Teen Retreat offers training and workshops centering on leadership, citizenship, and service learning for 4-Hers ages 13 to 18. District Teen Council officers are elected either at the Teen Retreat or District Activity Day, depending on the district. Visit the Growing Chatham newsletter and check out all the fun that these teens had at the North Central District Teen Retreat. County Activity Day winners move on to the district. All 7 participants will move on to 4-H District Activity Day in Wilkes County on June 17th. We wish them the best of luck. To see who's moving on, just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter. 4-H State Project Record Book winners are announced. Congratulations to Miles Picca and Samantha Durham, Chatham County 4-H members who are state-level Project Record Book winners. Miles Picca won first place in Science and Technology, and Samantha Durham won second place in Animal Science. Congratulations again, Miles and Samantha. Join Dr. Fosnaught's Turkey Talk Thursdays for youth who are brand new to Youth Market Turkey Show and are wanting to learn more about rearing their poults in preparation of the turkey show. Please join in on the fun. Dr. Mary Fosnaught, North Carolina State University 4-H Extension Associate in the Prestige Department of Poultry Science, will help facilitate discussions to help you navigate the specifics on how best to care for your turkey poults. You can find the meeting information in the Growing Chatham newsletter. The Chatham County Peeps are graduating. In 2018, the 4-H Chatham Peeps were the underdogs. They knew very little about poultry, but their hard work and determination to learn about poultry paid off in a big way. These youth went from the bottom to the top, like the very top. They came home as the North Carolina State Champions in the 4-H Poultry Judging Competition. Not only did they win the state championship, they were awarded scholarship money as well as they traveled to represent the state in the national competition. The time has now come for the Chatham County Peeps to use that scholarship money toward their college education. It's so hard to believe that you are all now heading off to college. We are so proud of each and every one of you. Keep working hard, continue to be determined. As you well know, you will come out on top. Congratulations to the Chatham County Peeps. Save the date. Excellent Explorers. Save the date of July 5th, 2022. There will be an Excellent Explorers Project Record Book, poster contest, and showmanship workshop offered to participants. More details to come soon. Chatham County 4-H Butterfly Project wraps up in local classrooms. Many thanks to all the teachers and students who participated in the annual Chatham County 4-H Butterfly Project for spring 2022. We had a record 42 classrooms to participate from around the county to help aid in the instruction of life cycles and development with the assistance of 4-H curricula and kits. Thank you for helping us wrap up another successful 4-H school enrichment program this school year. To access the links to the registrations and articles in the Growing Chatham newsletter, just visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 622. Extension Agent Matt Jones shares with us some publications from North Carolina State Extension. Growing Edibles in the Landscape. Edible landscapes connect people with their food by serving up tree fruits, vegetables, berries, nuts, herbs, and edible flowers throughout the season. These productive gardens can offer beauty and function in the landscape, unique edible options for the table, and many other benefits. To read this publication, just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter. The next publication is Manage Compost in Soil Contaminated with Broadleaf Herbicides in Residential, School, and Community Gardens. Persistent broadleaf herbicides are a group of chemicals used to kill weeds. The group includes both Pre-emergent herbicides apply to the soil to interrupt the germination process, and selective post-emergent herbicides apply directly to the plant to kill broadleaf weeds and not grass. Though they do not kill grass, they can be taken up by grass, consumed by horses or cows, passed through the digestive tract, expelled as manure, and still remain active after composting. Plant injury caused by herbicide residues in compost or manure can be similar to injury caused by herbicide drift or volatility evaporation from these same and other auxin-like herbicides. During thermophilic composting, high temperatures and microbes destroy most herbicides. However, persistent herbicides such as the ones described in this publication may remain viable for many months. To access this publication, to read it in its entirety, please visit the Growing Chatham newsletter. The next publication is Anthracnose on Liriope. Liriope, often called lily turf, is a broadleaf evergreen clump-forming perennial. It resembles ornamental grass, but it is not a tree grass. To read more, just click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Climate Change Lessons. This 3-part series of lessons covers climate change from the global perspective to what is happening here in North Carolina. In addition to the science of climate change, these lessons explore the topics of climate resilience, adaptation, and mitigation. Each lesson is provided as a self-paced slideshow for learners and as a set of downloadable slides and instructor notes for educators. These were developed to target an audience of Extension Master Gardener volunteers, but will likely be relevant for most adult audiences. You can click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter for more details. Debbie Roos, Extension Agent, shares with us some farmers market news. All 3 of Chatham County farmers markets are in full swing and offer amazing local produce, meats, dairies, artisanal foods, flowers, and much more. And we have big news. Starting June 2nd, the Pittsboro Farmers Market will be moving to its new location at the plant at 220 Lorax Lane on the eastern edge of town, out by the State Employees Credit Union. The market will still have its regular vendors, but just in a new spot, so make sure to check it out. You can visit all 3 farmers markets websites by visiting the Growing Chatham newsletter and clicking on the link. Here's what's happening at Cooperative Extension's Pollinator Paradise Demonstration Garden. Visitors have been flocking to Cooperative Extension's Pollinator Paradise Demonstration Garden to enjoy the beautiful spring blooms. Garden tours are in full swing, and currently there are over 50 species in bloom. Check out the snapshots from early spring in the garden by visiting the Growing Chatham newsletter and clicking on the link. Wild Herb Weekend in the North Carolina Mountains. Registration is now open for the Wild Herb Weekend on July 22nd through the 24th in Valley Crucis, North Carolina. For over 30 years, folks have been convening in this beautiful mountain location to attend this annual conference featuring hands-on workshops, lectures, plant walks, and networking with other herbalists and growers. So visit the Growing Chatham newsletter and click on the link for more details. Registration is open for the second webinar in the 4-part Forest Tour North Carolina Conservation Webinar Series. Participants get an overview of the landscape level conservation challenges faced in North Carolina and how their land can be a piece in the larger puzzle that can tackle these issues. The webinar will be on June 9th and will be recorded. For a detailed agenda and a link to register, you can visit the Growing Small Farms by clicking on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter. To access all the links and stories, just visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 622. Congratulations, Christina Britt, our livestock equine field crops and forages agent, for winning the 2022 Cows Award for Excellence. Interim Dean Dole presented Christina with her awards during a luncheon at the University Club located on North Carolina State's campus. We're very proud of Christina and so glad she's part of the Chatham County Center. We appreciate all she does for the community. Here are some updates from the Chatham County Youth Livestock Team. The Chatham County Youth Livestock Team is gearing up for their first competition on June the 8th. This team has been studying breeds, tools, feeds, judging, and more. The team is very excited for our upcoming farm tours and livestock judging practices. Coming up in June is the Small Ruminant Herd Health Workshop. Small Ruminant Herd Health Workshop is coming up June 23rd from 6:30 until 8 p.m. Dr. Andrew Weaver, North Carolina State Small Ruminant Specialist, will be discussing herd health, including vaccination programs, parasite control, and a fecal egg counting demo. Registration will open up soon, so please check our website by visiting chatham.ces.ncsu.edu for more details. Fly control on horses. Although most of us love spring and summer with the warmer temps, longer days, and more chances to spend time outside with horses, springtime also brings along some not-so-nice things like pollen and flies. Now is the time to start making some preparation to deal with these pests. Here are a couple of key things to remember. There is no silver bullet. You'll likely need multiple methods to reduce, not eliminate, flies. Know what flies you are dealing with, their life cycle, and how to best control them. Be aware that chemical resistance can develop. To read more, just click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter by visiting go.ncsu.edu/growingchatham622. Here's some forestry news from Ginger Cunningham, County Extension Director and Extension Agent, 4-H Youth Development and Forestry. Pine saw timber markets continue to improve in North Carolina. Dr. Raham Parahuli, North Carolina State University Assistant Professor and Extension Specialist, explains that in the first quarter of 2022, with the exception of pine pulpwood, markets for all stumpage products maintained an upward trend in North Carolina. You can click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to access the first quarter markets. Ginger also shares with us a North Carolina State Extension publication, an explanation of ownership rights in property. Andrew Brannon, North Carolina State University Extension Assistant Professor in Ag and Resource Economics, reminds us that essential to decisions concerning resources for forest management and legacy transfer planning is understanding the nature and extent of your ownership rights in the land and things available to you for disposal for personal and business use. Sometimes, particularly with some inherited or gifted property, determination of ownership requires an extensive examination of the public record and may have to be proven in court. This recent publication discusses the basics of how property is classified and how title or ownership to property is held, and the legal rights of disposition associated with that ownership. To access this publication, just click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter by visiting go.ncsu.edu/growingchatham622. Liz Money, Program Assistant, 4-H and Community and Rural Development, shares with us some upcoming events. Juneteenth, celebrating freedom and Black excellence, Saturday, June 18th, 2022, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Chatham County Fairgrounds, 191 Fairgrounds Road, Pittsburgh, North Carolina. There will be live music, food trucks, Black Business Expo, Kids Corner, and more. This is a free community event. Elder Abuse Awareness Event. Join us to raise awareness for elder abuse. Learn information about signs, prevention, and seeking help. June 9th 2022 from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. at Central Carolina Community College, 764 West Street, Pittsburgh. This is an outside event. Community partners include AARP, CORA, Central Piedmont Community Action, Council on Aging, PACE, Bio1 Social Services, and the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, hosted by Chatham County Department of Social Services Adult Services Unit. Join the Chatham County Council on Aging, Chatham Health Alliance, and VEA Health for Chatham Community Resource Hub, Saturday, June 25th from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. at the Western Chatham Senior Center, 112 Village Lake Road, Siler City. Come out for free food, demonstrations from Chatham County Cooperative Extension, and schedule your COVID-19 vaccination appointments. Tara Gregory, Extension Agent, Family and Consumer Sciences, is back and has a lot to share with us. Let's join Tara in the kitchen.
Hi, I'm Tara Gregory. I'm the Family and Consumer Sciences Agent, Cooperative Extension here in Chatham County. So I wanted to give you a quick beef recipe that you could do at home and use in many, many ways. So I have taken a top round cut of beef, about 4.5 pounds, so quite a bit. And I've cut it into large chunks, about 3 inches. And you don't want to cut it too small because as it cooks, it's gonna shrink even smaller. And you want to keep your beef a little larger because we're gonna shred it, and you want your shredded beef to be decent-sized pieces. So I'm keeping this super simple so that we can use this beef in lots of different recipes. So I've cut the beef up. I've got 2 cups of beef broth. It's gonna go right over our beef pieces. And now that I look at it, I see that I need a little more broth. You want that broth to come up almost covering your beef so that it stays tender as it's cooking. And so I'm just going to put this in the slow cooker for 4 to 6 hours on high. And then when it's all done, I'm going to take it out of the liquid, shred it up with 2 forks, and then I have beef that's ready to go in tacos, beef that's ready to go in a pasta dish, beef that's ready to go on a sandwich as a barbecue beef sandwich. There's so many options. You could even do Asian-inspired recipes with this beef because we've left the flavor very neutral. It's very just beef-focused, and you can add the flavors you want to it depending on what recipe you're using. So with tacos, maybe you add some cumin and some chili powder. Maybe with a Asian-inspired dish, you want to add soy sauce and rice wine vinegar and a mixture of spices for that dish. So lots of options here. You can also freeze in the portions you'd like to take out. So maybe 2-cup portions, you can freeze this in and pull it out on a day when you don't have time to prep for your slow cooker and wait 4 to 6 hours for it to cook. So when you place your shredded beef into a container to freeze it, add a little bit of the liquid in there to help keep it juicy and protect it from freezer burn. To thaw your beef when you're ready to use it, the best way, safest way, is to pull it out of your freezer, put it in the fridge. For about 24 hours, it should thaw out, and you can heat it in a pan from frozen to thawed as well. So your choice. If you have some time, if you remember it, you can put it in your fridge, have it ready, and if you don't, you can place it in the pan and heat it up and then add it to your recipe. So enjoy your shredded beef.
Register now for Taking Care of Your Blood Pressure series. Do you have high blood pressure? Learn about eating to improve your blood pressure, cooking tips and skills to help you prepare nutritious meals and snacks, and stress management techniques in a series of 5 classes. In addition to the small group classes with Family and Consumer Sciences agent Tara Gregory, a registered dietitian, you will receive kitchen gadgets to practice the new cooking skills you learn and will receive vouchers to buy fresh, local food at the Pittsburgh Farmers Market. This series will be offered twice this summer, June 8th, 2022, and then again July 28th, 2022. Just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter to click on the links for more details or to register for one of the 2 classes. It's blueberry season, delicious, colorful, berries bursting with flavor and nutrition. If you find yourself with more berries than you can eat, try freezing them to enjoy all year long. The National Center for Home Preservation has a safe way to freeze your blueberries while retaining their quality. Just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter to access the article. Celebrate blueberry season with kid-friendly recipes. With students out of school and families cooking more meals at home than usual, here are 5 kid-friendly blueberry recipes just in time for the start of the North Carolina blueberry season, which runs through mid-July. Click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to access these blueberry recipes by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 622. County Extension Administrative Assistant Brandy King wants to share with you how to make a summer budget for fun. With the kids getting out of school soon and families planning summer vacations, we might find we need to stretch the budget just a little more. Summer camps, weekly adventures, finding ourselves planning more family activities on the weekends could find one going over their normal budget. Making a family summer fun plan can really help you plan out a budget for your family this summer. This will help get your kids involved in planning creative activities that will help keep them from spending too much time in front of a screen during the summer. The American Academy of Pediatrics Media Children recommend limiting media use to no more than 1 or 2 hours per day. By having your family sit down and decide on the activities that they would like to do over the summer will not only help you make a spending plan, but it will also help get your kids excited about activities that will encourage your kids to use their imagination and get active. Everyone can put in their wishes for the summer, and after making a family list, you can sit down and plan how much all of those activities will cost and how to budget for them. We hope that everyone has a safe and healthy summer. Here are some activities that you might want to add to the list: picking berries, sidewalk chalk art show, family bike ride, camping, building sandcastles, taking a trip to the library, creating a lemonade stand, going to a baseball game, visiting a splash pad, having a popsicle party, go fly a kite, enjoy watermelon eating, take a road trip, have a dance party, go fishing, bake cookies, go swimming, have a movie night, water balloon fight. How about a bonfire and s'mores, making a garden, pizza night, or even have an ice cream party? You can click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to access more summer fun on a budget by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 622. Let's take a stroll down memory lane. Memories are made and stories are shared, but when those memorable stories are no longer shared, they fade away. If memories are documented, they can be shared for generations. I had already found the perfect article to highlight this month about 4-H summer camp, but suddenly I discovered another 4-H summer camp story. When it caught my eye, I began to read it. I then realized that I had to change course and share this summer camp memory. It was the summer of 1964, and the 2 buddies, both named Edward, spent the week at Millstone 4-H camp near Ellerbe, North Carolina. They were attending the 4-H Wildlife Conference. While at camp, Edward M. documented his adventures. After I started reading this article, I realized who wrote it. I knew this family really well, so I reached out to Edward's daughter and shared it with her. She was so happy to read this because it brought back memories, stories that her father shared with her when she was a child. Edward told his daughter about going to camp at Millstone and learning about wildlife. These memories had not faded away because he shared these fun, memorable stories with his daughter. Those memories could have faded away if he had not documented his adventures. Edward's daughter probably has not thought about this memory lately, but because of the newspaper discovery, Edward's camp stories came back to life through his daughter, who then shared with me that she knew this story because her dad told her about it. Another memory saved. As we grow older in life and the special people in our lives pass on, all we have are memories and the stories. Share the memories and the stories that were made in the past with the next generation. If you don't share the memories and the stories, they will slowly fade away forever. Stop what you're doing and turn back the clock to 1964 and enjoy the story that was written by Edward McClure, and you will then enjoy Edward's memories. Just visit go.ncsu.edu/growingchatham622 to access Edward's story. Here's some other news from the Chatham County Extension Office. We are hiring. We are looking for a 4-H extension agent here in Chatham County. Do you know someone who would make an exceptional youth development professional? Please let us know. Chatham County is looking to hire an extension agent 4-H youth development professional to join the Chatham County Center team soon. You can find the details in the Growing Chatham newsletter, where you can access the link and share with anyone that may be interested. I'd like to introduce to you Grayson Holsly, North Carolina Cooperative Extension's 2022 intern here in Chatham County.
My name is Grayson Holsly. I grew up in Colorado in a very, very small town, and then moved out to North Carolina my junior year of high school. I kind of wanted to go into ag. I grew up in it. My dad was an ag teacher for 17 years and then also went into extension, and is still in extension today. So I grew up around it. I was always around it. I have a passion for teaching people and also a passion for agriculture, so what better way to combine the two than go into agriculture education. I am a sophomore at NC State studying agriculture education with an emphasis of animal science. I was involved in 4-H for 10 years since I was 8. I did projects like wildlife, photography, horseless horse. I showed animals from dogs to rabbits to sheep to pigs. I did several things on a state and national level. One of my favorite trips was actually a trip I took called Citizen Washington Focus, where we spent the week in DC studying how to make our communities a lot better. So I was a counselor at BJP. That was one of the best experiences I've had as a student. I worked all summer being a camp counselor, touring kids around BJP, getting to learn new activities, learned a lot about different types of wilderness activities, as well as got to have some fun with and make new friends.
Don't be surprised if you see Grayson in the office, working at one of our summer camps, or on a farm visit with one of our agents. If you should see her, make sure you stop and say hello. Well, that brings us to the end of our podcast. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to visit the Growing Chatham newsletter to access the articles, the publications, registrations, videos, and more by visiting go.ncsu.edu/growingchatham622. And happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. I'll be back in July. Until then, stay cool and have fun in the sun. I'm Tiffany Hancock for North Carolina Cooperative Extension, Chatham County Center. Bye.